Well, hello. Thank you for checking out this video. We're here today to talk about someone in our mastermind group, Charisma Lewis. Give a wave, Charisma. It's easy to see where you're coming from. You got the best background, sunny California, and the rest of us here. We've got Jeff Nichols from Mantis Medical Equipment. We have Lee Hardy from Interweave Consulting, and I'm Nathan Kaufman from Surgical Marketing Group. And here to talk about charisma and the particular approaches that you bring to medical consulting and what you do for your clients. So without further ado, if you want to just introduce yourself, and then we'll ask a couple questions.
Hi there. So I've had, I want to say 20 plus years in marketing, healthcare marketing. I bridge the gap between the practices and the physicians. I help increase patient referrals. I help increase and drive revenue. So specifically working with different entities and marketing them in the community. So that's basically what I do. I also work with the key holder of the practice and work with them and strategize what they need to do or what I can help them support them with specific timelines. So that's, and working with SMG. So
absolutely. You've been a great addition to the group, and that was something specific to what we've been trying to bring to bear is we have communication, strategy, all these things, but that particular place that you have made a space for yourself with really being more boots on the ground, and that practice management side has been so key to helping our group expand. We've really appreciated it. And Jeff, you've got some background, extensive background in biomed and medical device and equipment. And you know how important that is to have that hands-on. I know you had some questions for Charisma as well.
Yeah, so Charisma, I like your approach. I'm just wondering, when you talk about being the conduit for the practices, can you give us a little idea of what your process is and how you actually target some of your customer base? What's your approach on a day-to-day basis when you get up in the morning?
So I would say for my existing clients, of course, I project manage, and I have identified with physicians what we're targeting. So for example, if it's a surgeon, then I'll be reaching out to an internal medicine, family practice, whoever is going to potentially refer patients to us. But if I'm going out there just to look for a new client, then I would just hit everyone. I have a flyer with SMG that we've co-branded, and it's actually posted on LinkedIn. I have a message out there. So I would just talk about what I can provide as a service. We're a full line service now. So it's not just boots on the ground. I have a whole company behind me. So that's how I do my marketing. It's the low hanging fruit. Who's in Ventura County? Who do I want to target this week? Maybe next week it's all different every week.
So especially with the current pandemic, probably working from home more, have you ever thought about doing Zoom meetings and maybe expanding the geography? I mean, have you dipped your toe in that at all or thought about ever thinking about that? Especially with surgical marketing now, what does the future look like?
So I like the fact that I can do boots on the ground, but I can also do virtual meetings. I'm very well aware of Zoom. I actually just created a Calendly so they can go ahead and schedule a meeting with me, a consultation meeting to just find out how can we support them. I believe that having presence, not just being boots on the ground, but web presence, so we can go ahead and help them, support them if they don't have a web presence during this time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting to see all the consultants now, changing approaches and changing schedules. And I've had multiple people just this week alone talk about how, they hadn't done any remote meetings until just a few weeks ago, and how it's just changed their perspective on interacting too. It's interesting. So yeah, great questions, Jeff. Over to Lee. Ask away.
Hi, Charisma.
Hi.
So my question to you is, what is the vision for yourself and your company, say, within the next year, within the next 5 years? What are you looking to really promote as far as who you are and what kind of difference you're making in the world?
So besides growing the clients, I think partnering with the YMCA or partnering with Walgreens, and being in the community more, that's where I'd like to be within a year or maybe within 3 years, because I think being the community and being a household name is really the key when you're doing boots on the ground type of marketing. So I'd like to continue branding myself in that manner, being a household name in the medical community.
So I know you said that you had lots of experience in the past in the medical field. Is that the primary motivator for you taking this path with yourself right now, or are there other reasons that you decided to go down this path?
I like having my own schedule. I like having the ability to build my own practice and work with a lot of different people. I think it's refreshing to say, today I'd like to take a day off, or today, I mean, it's never really a day off when you have your own company, as you know, but having to have my own schedule, having my own goals that I have to reach for myself, and then working closely with a practice or a physician. When you're in a corporate world, everything's not flat, so you can't move as quick. I was working for a big hospital system where I promoted 6 service lines, and having not just budgetary, but creating the flyer, doing the community events, just takes so much effort. When you're working by yourself, you're able to move mountains faster. So that's what motivated me to work, to have my own business.
Okay. And so how are you giving back to the community?
How am I getting back? Well, I have built connections in the past or currently. So that's how I'm getting back to them, is contacting them on the phone or having Zoom meetings, just sending them a quick email to just say, hi, just so you know, I'm still here for you. Even though I don't hear from you, here's my contact info. I'll reach back out in about a week or 2 weeks. So that's what I'm using.
Okay.
Or doing.
And giving back to the community as well. We've talked a little bit about that. I'll rephrase it, but you're active in the community there. Obviously a wonderful place to live and work. Talk a little bit about some of those organizations and maybe some of the passion projects, perhaps, or a passion project you've been a part of.
I know I had mentioned YMCA.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do some screenings with them, some events with them. Even the city of Thousand Oaks, they do community events, and I'd like to just plug myself in and just give back to the community where I live and that I love working with. So, and working with Los Robles Hospital.
Absolutely. Love it. Well, Charisma, thanks for joining us. We're going to definitely do some follow-up on this and get some more content out there, but it's great, just getting to know you and having you be part of our extended group has just been amazing. So I know there's quite a number of people in our group that really love introducing you, and you're real easy to work with. You've brought a lot to the table for a lot of people in our network, and we really appreciate that. So thanks for jumping on, and we'll include some links where people can reach you and how to get a hold of you for whatever purposes. So we'll talk to you again real soon, and thanks guys for joining.
Thanks.
Thanks everybody.